What happened that made the shy kid finally stand up for themselves? My foster nephew Chang was taken in by my brother and sister-in-law purely because he was a genetic match with their 9-year-old Charlie. Charlie had a rare form of cancer, and as his way of saying thank you, Chang stepped up to help save Charlie's life. For 2 years, Chang donated plasma blood and platelets weekly, had his thigh skin grafted from his body every month, and gave parts of his liver as often as he could. By 11, he was balding with his teeth falling out. Doctors warned he might not hit puberty till late teenage years, and he couldn't go to school without being bullied for looking like a freak. But Chang didn't care. All he wanted was a family. He'd been in foster care since he was 4, bounced between 7 homes. This was the first place where someone said, "We need you." So when my brother promised adoption papers once Charlie hit remission, Chang was the happiest he'd ever been. 2 weeks before the adoption, he came to Samuel and Rebecca with just one request. I wrote letters to my birth parents to tell them I'm finally getting adopted. His voice cracked. Could we stop by the cemetery on the way to the courthouse? Just for 5 minutes? I want to tell them I have a family now and leave the letters at their graves. Rebecca looked up from her laptop. Of course we'll stop, Chang. That's really sweet. Samuel nodded. Wouldn't miss it, buddy. Family's important. Chang's whole face lit up. Really? You promise? We promise, they both said. The night before adoption day, Chang couldn't sleep. He kept getting up to check the flowers he planned to set at the grave. He ironed his one good shirt 4 times despite being so weak he could barely hold the iron. Even tried to polish his shoes but stopped when he couldn't bend over from the back pain. Yet still, Chang was happier than ever. Until 8:15 in the morning when the doorbell rang. Rebecca opened the door, and in walked this blonde woman came with a new boy who looked about Chang's age. This boy was white, and unlike Chang, he looked healthy. This is Nelson, Rebecca announced. He's joining us for the courthouse trip. Chang smiled nervously. Is he another foster kid getting adopted today? Something like that, Samuel said. Let's get going. Don't want to be late. They all piled into the minivan. Chang in his usual spot behind Rebecca, clutching his flowers. Nelson sat behind Samuel. Charlie was playing on his Switch, completely healthy now from 2 years of Chang's donations. As they drove, Chang watched the streets carefully. The cemetery was coming up. He could see the gates. His parents were in Section C, row 36. He had it memorized. The cemetery's right there, Chang said softly, his flowers ready and face beaming with excitement. But Samuel didn't slow down. He drove right past it. Dad? Chang's voice turned tiny. The cemetery? We're running late, buddy. Maybe after. Chang's throat tightened, but he nodded. After would be fine. They pulled into the courthouse parking lot, and Chang's heart was pounding. This was it. 7 years of waiting. He was about to become part of a family. Until Samuel turned around in his seat. So, Chang, there's been a change of plans. The flowers slipped from his hands. What? Rebecca wouldn't look at him. We've decided to adopt Nelson instead, she said quietly. Chang couldn't breathe. But you said I was family after I saved Charlie. I gave him everything. And we're grateful, Samuel responded. But Nelson's a better fit for our family. Chang paused, starting to tear up. He looked at Nelson's perfect hair,